There is something in the darkness before you think that's much louder, though you don't hear it. What? Oh my god, it's whispering in my ears, I hate this. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, a desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Oh, let's do it, I guess. Alright, hello, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. Where we left off, we had arrived at a hollow and met our interesting cousin, who runs the Scarlet family coal mines, and lives in a spooky mansion. After heading into town, we made some new friends and went cryptid hunting with Stella, where we ran into the ditchlings. We got the hell out of there and discovered that they are often seen before disaster strikes. So yeah, something bad is coming. And we also met a scary dude covered in blood who knew our name. But sit back and enjoy episode 2. See you there. Tuesday morning awaits. Yes, next day. Wake up. Smell the ashes, Mr. Freeman. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. The Gretchen statue thing. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond, and you wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you as they carried Gretchen's poor little body into the underbrush. A knock at the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Where the hell is Vapo? Oh, hey Tabby, there's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Okay. Hey, some people are trying to sleep in here. Saunter out half-clothed. Oh, that's funny. Finish getting dressed and calmly collect yourself. Quietly hide under your covers. I'm gonna saunter out half-clothed. You might not be fully decent, but you're not about to let that stop you from being a part of this conversation. I'm gonna flaunt it. Put some clothes on. Morning, how'd you sleep? Stella doesn't mind. Tabitha? What exactly did the two of you get up to last night? We went up to the woods to film a video. Never mind, I don't actually want to know. What I do want to know is why on earth you decided to blow me off to spend the night with a stranger. Because you were mean to me. Look, last night was a lot, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Vapo walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, alright. Oh, ooh, Stella stays. Isn't this Stella's house? Why are you buzzing her around? Sorry, Stella, but I should probably talk to Tabitha in private. Quietly let Stella leave. I'm gonna say Stella stays. Ooh, Stella stays. Haha, this isn't really a hill worth dying on. I'll give you two some space. Thanks. You've been in town for less than a day and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever, that checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. She cares about us. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. No promises. I'll be home tonight, I promise. Mystical, I go where I'm supposed to go and something told me that this is where I was supposed to be last night. You're not my boss. You can't run off as soon as I get here and hold me to a different standard. There's actually something out there. I'm sorry it won't happen again. Remain silent. I'm gonna be mystical. I go where I'm supposed to go, and something told me that this is where I was supposed to be last night. Just text me, okay? I've spent more time than I've liked coming down here, and I have an incredibly busy day ahead of me. I expect to see you back at the estate tonight. You hear Stella's voice call out from another room. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? Tabitha sighs. You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Hey, you good? Sorry about Tabby. She totally blindsided me. I'm happy I stayed here. I shouldn't have stayed here. I don't regret anything, but you're right. That sucked. I couldn't care less what Tabitha thinks. I'd rather just pretend nothing happened and remain silent. I'm gonna say, I'm happy I stayed here. Yeah, who knows what could have happened if you'd gone back last night. Anyway, sorry for that rude awakening. I've been up for a little while, but I was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. Explore. How are you so chipper? Let's explore. How are you so chipper? You shouldn't be okay right now. Am I coming off chipper? Yikes, I guess I'm just used to compartmentalizing things. And we have something important to focus on right now. I'll have time to process what happened last night when we get to the bottom of what happened in the woods. You shouldn't just bury your feelings like that. I want to ask the other miners about Wayne. Alright boss, what's the game plan? Do we have to look into this stuff? I'm going to explore. You shouldn't just bury your feelings like that. Yeah, they're meant to be felt. Vapo, please don't push me on this. Let me handle it the way I handle it. See, I want to take those explore options to find more dialogue, but I'm worried that, like, saying those things are what's going to affect, like, outcomes. Like, does she like us now because we're pushing her on emotional boundaries? I don't know. I want to ask the other miners about Wayne. I do want to do that. Alright boss, what's the game plan? Do we have to look into this stuff? What if we just skip town and write things out? I want to ask the other miners about Wayne. Yeah. I want to check out the mines at some point. Maybe some of the miners there can tell us about Wayne. He scared the bejesus out of me last night. Definitely. Kanika's waiting for us at the library, so we should head over there first. But unless we can find something solid on ditchings there, the mines seem to be the strongest lead we've got. Oh, let me set up a group chat. What's your number? You and Stella exchanged numbers. Oop. A text message from Stella to you and Kanika. It reads group chat. Yay. Anyways, daylight's burning, so let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. Can I eat first? Can I eat first? Don't worry about it. I've packed all sorts of snacks for the day, and Oscar totally won't mind if we eat at the library. Alright, well those snacks better be good. Yeah. As if you even need to worry. Very nice. The walk to the town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. You shudder as you stared in the thoroughfare. Thorough? Yeah, I haven't heard that. Both from the chill in the morning air and the all-too-present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labelled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Well, it's also the Town Hall, but that's just a small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town's not what it used to be. Oh hey, Avery. Morning Stella, and same to you, Vapo. Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. Coming from Stella's, huh? Did you all have a slumber party? Sorry y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I can't really stop to chat. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to catch up with folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done. Huh, okay. Oh sure, see you in a bit, Stella. Gestured that you'll catch up with Avery and Sybil. Nah, getting an early start seems important, silently follow Stella. Yeah, I guess I'll gesture that I want to catch up with Avery and Sybil. You gesture towards Avery and Sybil and give Stella a thumbs up. Cool, see you soon. Did I just desert Stella? Well, she always has time to chat. Ooh. And I don't think I've ever seen her without Gretchen. Is she feeling okay? Oh, Stella and Vapo just got up to a bit of trouble last night, that's all. You can't just drop something like that and leave me hanging. What happened, Vapo? Ooh, I get to say. Gretchen got lost in the woods. We just got some really good footage is all. Tell Avery the whole truth? If Stella didn't say anything, then it's probably not my place to share. I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. Geez, nosy much. I hardly know you. Oh my god. There was that second last option. I'm gonna say we just got some really good footage is all. Yeah, she liked that. We just got some really good footage is all. Now that is juicy. Tell you what, I'm on a break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner, when you can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It does wonders to relieve stress and tension. Yes. And if you ever want to spill the beans on about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Vapo. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. Just me and Sybil. Alright then, keep your secrets. Don't tell Avery the truth about last night. I figure if Sybil doesn't want to tell the truth, I'm not going to tell him, because Sybil's like the wise oracle. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. Yeah. You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be any help. What aren't you telling us? We both know that there's something horribly wrong about this place. How are you so calm? Thanks, Sybil. Wait, do you know anything else about the ditchlings? Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that the woods are full of monsters? What is wrong with people here? I'm probably going to say, what aren't you telling us? Yeah. You're awfully relaxed given everything you told us last night. Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacency. We all have our parts to play in this. I've shared what I know about the ditchlings, and I trust that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Vapo. God bless. Huh. Interesting. Is she behind it all? Stella said you had some time to kill before she finished setting up. Swing by the diner, swing by the general store. Head straight to the library. What? So I think... General store. Okay, so the general store is next to Sybil's. I thought that Sybil's was the general store. I thought she worked there, but I guess... So general store would be Kanika, and diner would be Avery. I think we should go to... But I'm curious if Avery will be in the diner. I'll go to the general store, because I haven't been there before. Oh, who's this? Have I seen it during the night? This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. You should leave town, there are monsters in the woods. Hi, I'm Vapo. If I wanted to buy chips or something, do I talk to you, or what you doing on your phone? See ya, you're done here. There's some funny options to pick. I want to say, hi, I'm Vapo. I just got to town yesterday. Yeah, I know. Mum told me. Mum? Ooh, Kanika's brother. You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. What's your name? If I wanted to buy chips or something to... okay. I'm gonna say this top one. I think it's funny. You should get out of town. There are monsters in the woods. I'm serious. Something bad is gonna happen and you should get out of here as soon as possible. You've been talking to my mum too much. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Miles. Huh, Miles. Wanted to buy chips or something, yeah. Do I talk to you, or... Miles sighs. I guess. Yeah. Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had don't matter. Oh, she's at the library, right? Just take the chips, I don't care. Wouldn't that be stealing? Street smart. Hell yeah, thanks for looking out. You grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips from the nearby shelf. It will sustain you in the coming days. Right on. What you doing on your phone? Games. You probably haven't heard of them. So you're done here? I want to say that because I don't know what that means. You're done here. Oh, I thought we were going to say that to him, but it's like, we're leaving. Okay, you turn and leave the general store. Steal from the general store. I'm a bit nervous about that choice I just made, to be honest. Okay, let's swing by the diner. You head towards the diner. So who's here? That's Avery, right? Yeah. Who's this? The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Warn the patrons of the danger, talk to Avery. Let's talk to him. Get coffee with Avery, coffee date. Ooh. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? The clue is pen sound. How is that a sound the pen makes? Wait, pen like pig pen. Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time, but maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, what the hell really happened last night? You can tell me, I won't judge. She's listening, though. I'm gonna try my tea first. Let's do that. Mystical. You take a gentle sip of your tea. Sybil was right. You can already feel it begin to ease some of the strain and tension from last night's events. Whoa, not a lot of folks take to chaga so quickly. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees around here. It's supposed to be super healthy, but it definitely makes for a challenging drink. Color me impressed. Huh. What if you don't believe me about last night? I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge, I'm here to listen. I'm gonna say the bottom one. Last night still feels raw, why don't we just talk? I'm not sure I can really talk about it. What if we just chat? I totally feel you. What do you want to know? Okay. Have you lived here your whole life? Tell Avery the full truth. Okay. Have you lived here your whole life? Nah. I moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago now. Maybe a little more. I lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job. And who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the coal folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of. So he's unaware of the stuff, but they might be aware of the monsters. Do you regret moving here? Why'd you leave Charlotte? I get it, I felt out of place this whole time. Haven't felt like an outsider at all. I'm gonna say, why'd you leave Charlotte? Charlotte? Why'd you leave Charlotte if you don't mind me asking? Nah, it's cool. I was having some education disputes with my folks. They had thoughts on how my life was supposed to go, and I had other plans. It, wasn't great. Especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. Do you regret moving here? She looked up. I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. I want to say I haven't felt like an outsider at all. They've been kind of nice to me. Yeah, everyone here's been so welcoming. Tabitha excluded. I'm gonna say present company included, because Tabitha's been like, she's been, bantery, but she's nice. Present company included. You can tell she means well. She worries about us. Yeah, I don't think it's the kind of thing you notice until you've really lived somewhere, but hey, who knows? Okay. Alright, I should probably head out. Yeah. Totally get that. My shift's about to start anyway, so perfect timing. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly halfway before disappearing to the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. Okay. Head to the library. Let's go. Let's read some books. You enter the former town hall. Oh, there they are. What must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Hey, you made it! Hey! Settle in with Stella and Kanika. Shush Stella and point at the books before heading over to her table. That's funny. You quietly shush Stella before heading over to her and Kanika's table. This is a library. Glad you found the place. Hey Vapo, you look tired. Snitch on Miles? Snitch on Miles. Who was Miles? I can't remember who Miles was. Have we? I don't think we've met. Oh no. Okay. Yep, I remember. Miles is the guy in the shop who we stole chips from. Brother, I think. It was hard to fall asleep last night, all things considered. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Kaniki, you can't just tell someone they look tired. That's funny. I'm just gonna say I'll sleep when I'm dead. Oh, she didn't like that? We've got important work to— They both didn't like that. Yeah, let me get a crack into these books. Agreed. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Oh, gotta give him a cool voice. This guy looks awesome. Hey there, strangers. I don't know. Hey there, strangers. Hey there, strangers. Hey there, strangers. Yeah, that's good. We'll give him that voice. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger? Introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Vapo, Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, Chief Librarian, and only Librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, I think I've lost his voice. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? Rosalina? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. Oh, there's a bad crowd. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? Kids are smarter than you think. She can take care of herself. We don't know her, do we? I don't think we do. Why would I say that? I don't like the thoughts of teens getting up to mischief with all those Dutchlings in the woods. Don't want to say that. I'm sure she's fine, say nothing. I'm going to say, what's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. Kids are smarter than you think. I don't want to say that. I don't know Rosalina. I don't like the thought of teens getting up to mischief with all the Dutchlings. I'm just gonna say nothing. You say nothing and let the others talk. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came here today. Have you ever heard of creatures called Dutchlings? Ditchlings! Oh my god, I've been saying Dutchlings this whole time. Sorry. Ditchlings. They're a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kinda look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Kanika's mum told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings? Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall that town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Like mine collapsing? Coal dust? Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna nab some more books. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on in those woods. If I were you, I would keep my loved ones close in the coming days. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Kanika is not a fan of that. Oh my goodness, I don't think she likes me. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Don't mind Vapo, he's been hanging out with Stella too much. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep her eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Vapo, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know that Dad is worried about her? Sure. Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our source documents, let's get this research party started. Fun. Reading awaits. Flip through Veins of Scarlet, a history of the Scarlet Hollow coal mines. Silas and Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader. Appalachian folk monsters. Let Kanika and Stella do all the work for you. Reading is for suckers, that's funny. Let's read through Veins of Scarlet. Oh, okay. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy. Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son Andrew Jackson Scarlet to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings in a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1895, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son Theodore, his brother Enoch V. Scarlet, who had taken over for the aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mine from brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Flip through Silas Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness, which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin, built by Silas's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10. Silas, his wife, Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners into the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding that he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You've finished with this one. Huh. Appalachian folk monsters, let's have a look. A few entries catch your eye. Wampus cat. A large cat-like creature with a loud, howling voice, often said to sound like a woman crying out in pain. Let's have a look at that. Hello, Key. Often linked to the Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down, and by wearing a bobcat mask, she tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creatures come from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness a forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness, and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Tommyknockers, enigmatic cave-dwelling creatures primarily known for causing mischief. Let's try that. Okay. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt the final resting place. Tailipo, a small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. Interesting. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Oh, is this what we're after this, right? Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, it ran back through its hidey hole, and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail, shot off by the hunter's rifle. Guess this'll have to do, he said to his dog, and threw the tail in the pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw two big yellow eyes staring right at him. "I want my Tailipo," a high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away!" he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across the hardwood accompanying its movements. "I want my Tailipo," the creature growled again. "I'll get my dog after you," the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Tailipo." Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog and the cabin was a chimney, standing alone in the woods. What an interesting story. That has to mean something, right? That was such a long story. He closed the book and put it back. "I think I'm all done, let's check in." Yep. Alright, what do we have? Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mum told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as to what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Hello, cat? Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly shams her book shut. Shams? Oh, hey Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. He's trying to hide the truth. Haha, don't worry little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Okay. Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander a library? Hey, they love that. Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? Handsome devil. Leave Pixel be. You decide to leave Pixel be. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Oh. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Alright, so, any luck with Rosalina? Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? Do you think that there's a cult here? Huh. Talk about veins of Scarlet, talk about Scylla Scarlet, talk about Appalachian folk monsters. Do you think Wayne factors in any of this? Why don't we just help look for Rosalina? What do y'all think? There's a lot. Let's talk about Appalachian folk monsters, hey? So, Appalachian folk monsters. How about, yeah, do you think the ditchlings are Tommyknockers? What with the whole warning thing? Good thought, but Tommyknockers live in mines. That's like their whole thing. I'm gonna write it down though. Tommyknockers are literally just a sound that happens when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Are they? Or are they the sound of mysterious creatures pounding on the rocks and support beams with hammers to cause a collapse? There's simply no way to know. Wampus cats? No. Talipo, I think it's Talipo. My mum used to tell me that Talipo story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot about that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. Haha, I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Talipo, the one that was left after that thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Talipo. I've camped out there a couple of times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Ah yeah, I watched that video, you saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days, chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say, I like to live on the edge. Wampus cats? Yeah. Voice like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there's no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal, sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out, and now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. If you manage that, I'll print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real and literally eat it, I promise. I'm holding you to it. Let's move on. Okay, yeah, let's hear about nuclear incidents. Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about the Goldsboro things, right? Yeah, apparently in the 60s a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up mid-air and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing its detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right. Its conventional explosive disintegrated in mid-air, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. Huh. Did they hit it in the mines? That's my guess. Maybe they discovered it, and it's like leaking nuclear radiation into the mines. Let's see. I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set. So the nuke made the ditchlings. The bomb is somewhere else. Why would there be so many ditchlings here? Oh god, we're screwed. I'm gonna say, so the nuke made the ditchlings. So the nuke made the ditchlings. Case closed. Looks like we've got it, folks. I don't think so. Goldsboro is almost 400 miles away from here. Look, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters, and a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own, hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I think that might be the case. Something like that. I've missed this. Okay. Any luck with Rosalina? Whisper, do you think there's a cult here? I'm gonna say, do you think there's a cult here? Yeah. You lean in and quietly whisper to Stella and Kanika. Do you guys think that there's... I'll try whispering. Do you guys think that there's like a cult here? Maybe the ditchlings were actually nudists doing some sort of weird ritual. Maybe the ditchlings were like summoned. A lot of folks here feel tense and closed off. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, the whole vibe of this town is off, and it feels like folks are hiding something. Or maybe people here just aren't used to strangers. Yeah, I was worried that might have upset her. Let's talk about Veins of Scarlet. So about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who got up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevice. Crevasse. A union-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. I'm gonna say what happened after the mine collapse. The book just kinda glosses over that. I just realized that's a Digimon, right? On her book? She likes Digimon. I think I remember that Digimon. It might be something else though. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything, I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. Huh, interesting. Yeah. A union-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what the sculpture out front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. The bite of 87. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they have working down there, probably to try and show us how good we have it or whatever. Low bar if you ask me. You know, that could be what the ditchlings are warning us about, another collapse. Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labour market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with that kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. You don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. I think it might. Phew, had me worried there for a second. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. I agree with Stella, maybe the ditchlings are warning about another collapse. What if the ditchlings are coming from the mines? What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting to close to my theory. I'm not sure I agree with the collapse angle, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. The mines seem too obvious, it's gotta be something else. I'm gonna say, well, yeah, the top one. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town on a rail, you know? Huh. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then they actually tied you to a rail and made you out of town. There's a big mural over it on the far wall. He got off easy if you ask me. I want to say, what if the ditchlings are coming from the mines? Yeah. Maybe there's something down there making people sick and changing them. I want to say that. That wouldn't explain how many ditchlings we saw last night. Like sure, occasionally a miner goes missing, but we saw dozens of the things. I mean, it's definitely not mutated miners. What if there's some sort of parasite down there? Maybe it got into some animals and spread into the woods. And now that I think about it, Wayne's a miner. Maybe that ties him into all of this. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's one of the more plausible explanations we've got so far. Yeah, I want to say, talk about Scylla Scarlet. So, Scylla Scarlet. Rich guy in the south, I should have known it wouldn't be pretty. I guess he was a product of a different time. Who knows what future generations will think when they look back on us. I want to say that. Oh no, there's more. Wow, talk about a self-made man. Seems like a great dude. Do you think the ditchlings are here for retribution? I get it. It must be one of those burial ground situations, right? Like in the Poltergeist. This town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing into itself. No offense. He seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what he has to do with the bad omens or creatures in the woods. I don't think he's really relevant to whatever's happening right now. Never mind. I'm gonna say... yeah, I guess he was a product from a different time. Who knows what future generations will think of us when they look back on us. Sure, but the dude was still a monster. Sorry you're related to him. I might be a monster, you don't know me yet. I want to say, do you think the ditchlings are here for retribution? That seems tenuous. Assuming Kanika's mum is right, they're here as an omen, not because they're going to do something themselves. And I think we know how I feel on that matter. Any luck with Rosalina? Yeah. Haha, not yet. I knew a team would be a handful, but I didn't think it would happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on our usual haunts. We should check out the mines? Head back to the woods? Why don't we just look for Rosalina? What do y'all think? I think we should check out the mines. Yeah. This whole town is built around them. Omens or cryptids. I'd wager we'd be able to find something there. Good idea. There's an awful lot of mines-related stuff in my notes. We can poke around and find if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you two are suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks. We're just going to question some of the miners. Just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say, a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll all stick to the surface. That reminds me, there's been this really unsettling miner who's been coming around with my mum's tea shop lately. His name is Wayne, and there's something wrong with him, like viscerally wrong. No kidding, he snuck up on us last night and called out Vapor by name, sent chills down my spine. I don't know if there's much of a connection, but if we're headed to the mines we might as well look into him. Yeah. Maybe Tabitha can help us out. Hopefully this will mean I get a chance to get to know Tabitha a little better. I'm sure Tabitha's going to love that we're snooping around. Alright, let's try and stay under the radar. Awesome, let's roll. I think we should stay under the radar. I don't think we should drag Tabitha into it, because remember when we asked her about Wayne last episode, she was like, oh, there's so many miners, one of them's probably called Wayne. So I think, let's just stay under the radar. Yeah. I'm already in hot enough water with Tabitha as is. That sounds like a good idea. We'll be super sneaky, I promise. I can even keep lookout. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I've missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped in running the store, I didn't even realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though there is something missing. Reese! I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad, that poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. I'm willing to bet that Reese is going to turn into one of those monsters. The ditchlings, or maybe like a more advanced version of that. He seemed excited to meet Vapo. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. See you, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted. Nice. Oh, slamming doors. My god, he lives on this thing? Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Cool hat. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies too. Ooh. Shh. Not so loud. He's sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Kanika. Oh, hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up if he's sleeping. He probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Vapor would get along super well too. Street smart lie. We're just going for a light walk, and I've heard such great things about your son. Is it her son? We don't know that. Hi, I'm Vapor, Vivian's kid. Stella, if Reese is that sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on the adventures. Let's be street smart, let's see. Stella's right. We're just going for a light walk, and I've heard such great things about your son. I'm only in town for a few more days, and it'd be a shame if I didn't get a chance to meet him. Dr. Kelly looks you up and down and sighs. Alright, you win. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise it'll be a perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. I'm sure he'll be happy to meet you too, Vapor. That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. Okay, no dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. She seems to be hiding something, I think. God, that woman makes me so nervous. Are you okay, Stella? I'm fine. Remember, she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to go get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool, I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Vapo. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. No way, I'm going with Stella. We met her first, so she's our love interest, okay? I'm gonna do the first one first. Alright, Stella, what is actually up with you and cars? The mines have got to be ways off, right? Don't worry about it, Vapo. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. Okay, walk with Stella. Ooh, into the woods again. Walk with Stella into the mines. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Also, I was worried if she walked alone, she would be jumped. Like, dangerous. Yep, that is why. That is why, yep. Hey, thanks for coming along with me. Should we talk about last night, though? Like, actually talk about it? It's hard to imagine you and Kanika doing videos together, she's such a skeptic. It's nice to spend more time out here with you. Do you think the ditchlings might be aliens? I want to say, should we talk about last night, though? Like, actually talk about it. I get the concern, but really, I'm fine. You don't have to keep bringing it up. I'm just going to say the top one. It's hard to imagine you and Kanika doing videos together. She's such a skeptic. Well, they weren't really as spook-focused as my solo stuff. It was mostly just the escapades of 3 kids with too much time on their hands. Still, she wasn't always such a skeptic. She used to absolutely love reading anything with magic in it, and she still does, I think. She just doesn't think that stuff is real anymore. I guess I don't exactly think that way either, but I'm willing to accept the unexplainable, while she looks for explanations. She keeps me grounded, honestly. Huh. Is it just me, or does this conversation feel kind of stilted? Are you okay? I don't want to keep pressing it with that. It's nice to spend more time with you out here. Do you think the ditchlings might be aliens? I want to say it's nice to spend more time. Yeah, yesterday was fun, minus all the bad parts. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, it is. Uh-oh. It's Duke. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, both of you whirling around to face the source of the sound. Oh, it's just a little birdie. Watch something come out of the woods and eat it, though. Phew, it's just a bird. Guess we're both a little on edge, huh? Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much farther. I was really waiting for something just to chomp it down. Kanika casually lean against her van. She's cool as hell. Damn. As you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey. You all have a good walk? It was alright. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. Just a birdie. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go to talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. If Stella's on lookout duty, and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. I call dibs. I love to do a good sneak. I've got this. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm going to go find my cousin. Talking to people scares me. You should do it, Kanika. Remain silent. I'm gonna say the top option. If Stella's on lookout duty, and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Oh, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. Nice. I take it I'm the one going in? Street smarts. I call dibs. I love to do a good sneak. Oh, let's just be street smart then. You're gonna do great. Here, those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Kanika hand you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Ah, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Let's do it. Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try say something. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. Oh my god. I'm in. Approach the nearest group of miners. Go straight to the main office to find your cousin. I'm gonna say I'm in. Right, Morpheus. Good to know. Approach the nearest group of miners. Let's do that. Hello, fellas. You approach the nearest group of miners. A blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. The uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Seen anything weird lately? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? So, what do you think of Tabitha? You all should get out of town. So I met this guy on the bus. Huh. Should I say that option? Because I was thinking that. The guy on the bus, like, we haven't seen anything about him, but I feel like he's going to have a part of this at some point. I'm going to say that. Wore a beanie and a shirt that said, I want to, yeah. He said he had some friends working in the mines up here. Does this have anything to do with what's going on in town? A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does this ring any bells? Look, I just figured I'd ask. The guy made a memorable impression. Figured I said anything. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. Well, I can't say I know anyone like that. Sorry. Nice. Now they feel bad because they don't know the person. Now we have the advantage in the conversation. Charisma on command. Okay. See anything weird lately? Do you know anything about the guy named Wayne? I'm going to say see anything weird. The miners look you up and down. Weird how? People getting sick. Say that. Like, more than usual. Nope, nothing like that. I feel it fits as an ox. Oh, never mind. I feel it's fitted as an ox. We have good working conditions in the mine, and our health is wholly looked after. Yeah, Tabitha. Slay. Have you run into any weird animals? Nope. You've been talking to that townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Wait, are they talking about me? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. Yep, that's me alright. And oh, that's so sweet. But you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be. I'd see all sort of critters. Now it's mostly birds. We saw a bird. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the seasons changing. All the animals are in hibernating. Hibernating, that's all. I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here for 5 years now and it's never been like this before. Wait, is Harrison the girl? Oh no, I've been in the wrong voice. Maybe it's a global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. Weird noises coming from the woods. Let's do that. Have you heard any weird noises coming from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the day though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. Any knocking in the mines. Can't barely hear nothing when the machines are going down there. He's right, it's loud as shit. It does sound like knocking, though. The way the machine pounds through the rock. Not sure if that's what you're thinking. You're not asking about the Tommy knockers, are you? Harrison seems terrified. Tommy what nows? Tommy knockers, they're like an old Welsh myth. Little guys that live in the mines and knock on the walls before they collapse. Nothing like that around here. I've got a couple other questions. Ask them about Wayne. Damn, that was a big line of questioning, wasn't it? Let's ask about Wayne, I guess. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up, missed that dude. He accosted me last night. Let's say that. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy that y'all said was, well, I guess he's still around. But accosting people at night? That doesn't sound like him at all. Press them? Press them. What did you think happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? Keep it on the down low, but I'm working for a competitor, a unionized competitor. We're thinking of buying Miss Scarlet out of the mines. Yeah, I'm a cop, and I'm looking into what happened to Wayne. They're both street smart options? I'm Tabitha's cousin, just tell me what happened, remain silent. I want to say, yeah, I'm a cop, and I'm looking into what happened to Wayne. Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't want to say I'm a unionized, competitor, because they said they love their working conditions, unless they were, lying, and they were, people have been asking them about that. Maybe. I should have said that, never mind. Yeah, I'm a cop, and I'm looking into what happened to Wayne. No, you're not. Davis and I were there when you introduced yourself to the whole town yesterday. Nice. You're the boss's cousin. Dang. Come on, let's get out of here. A shift's about to start anyways. Sorry. We need to target Harrison. The miners pack up their things and leave. Don't worry about them storming off like that. We got some good info. I wonder who Wayne was seeing that had all of them so worried. I want to know why they seemed to think he was dead. Let's approach another group of miners. You head over to the next group of miners. Ooh. Before you can reach the miners, you're struck with an intense feeling. You recognize that hollow terror is the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. Ooh, hello. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Attack him, run. Your buddies seem to think you're dead. Stop scaring me, stalking me. What, are you following me? Do you need help? Ghost! Say nothing. Is that like a Scooby-Doo reference? Ghost? What are you? Flesh and blood, much like yourself. You don't have to be afraid of me. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself on the path of danger. This is all I ask. So he's looking for our best interest. Weird. Weird. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey Vapor, you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Huh. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Why? I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? I'm gonna say that. Whatever he is, I don't think he's human. Yeah. I hate to say it, but between the way those miners talked about him and how the call went to static, what if he's a ghost, like actually a ghost? You hate to say it, Stella. I don't think anything would make you happier than Wayne being a ghost. Also, ghosts aren't real. Hey now, just because I want ghosts to be real doesn't mean I want this ghost harassing Vapor. He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, I wonder why? This just means we're on the right track, I'm not about to back down. I need to talk to Tabitha about this. When I say this top one. He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, that I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. I need to talk to Tabitha about this. I want to say that. Yeah. The other miners think this guy's dead, even though he's still lurking around the camp. Totally get that. If you're sure, tipping her off might make it hard to talk to anyone else. Yeah, let's talk to more miners first. Rodriguez. Hey there, can we help you with something? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Bit blunt. Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? What do you guys think of Tabitha? Do you all know this guy I met on the bus? It's weird that we can ask that every time, right? Let's start with the second option. Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Like what? Weird animal sightings. Don't tend to go on many hikes, not exactly the nature-seeing type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed, maybe a few beers in between. Odd noises in the woods? I heard something a few nights ago, like nothing I ever heard, some unearthly beast. I'm telling you, Isaacs, you need to take a sick day, you need to rest, man. I've already taken a sick day this year, can't afford to take any more if I want to have Christmas off. They like their working conditions. I'm starting to believe they don't like their working conditions and they don't like Tabitha. Maybe I should press that. Tabitha. It can't be that bad here, right? People getting sick? You a health inspector or something? The boss looks out for our health. I don't know. Knocking in the mines. Knocking? Not that I've heard. Can't hear shit down here with the machines and men working. My dad used to work these mines before they brought in the continuous miner. The big machine, that is. He told me stories about something that sounded like someone was pounding on the walls. No offense, Isaacs, but your daddy had a few screws loose. Rodriguez. He was a fine man. That's all on that front. Anything else? What do you guys think of Tabitha? The three men visibly stiffen. Lovely woman. Always been a good boss, runs the place well. Isaacs remains silent, his gaze distant. You can be honest, I won't snitch. Don't trust that woman. Isaacs. Ooh, interesting. Do any of you know a guy named Wayne? Yeah, Wayne. Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? I heard he was seeing someone before he went missing. Oh, he was seeing someone alright. If you ask me, that's the reason he's gone. Yikes, do you think? No way. He wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her, charms. Ooh. Tabitha, maybe? Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. I think it's Tabitha. Who was Wayne seeing? Well now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm taking that wasp nest. Forget I said anything. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Press them? Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. I've already said too much. Come on, boys. Isaacs wants to stay. As the miners turn and leave, you can't help but get the feeling that Isaacs has more to say. My street start abilities. Slip Isaacs your contact info. As the miners pack their things, you scribble your phone number onto a scrap of paper. Hey, thanks for the help. It was great to meet you all. You reach towards Isaacs and shake his hand, passing your note in his palm. Don't mention it. Should have slipped him at 50 or something. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. I'm talking to one last group of miners, and don't worry, I'll keep my eye on Tabitha's trailer. I think this is going to be a big one. Let me just save. So I think I'm going to try talking to this last group, and see if she comes out. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on Tabitha's trailer. Good luck. Nosy Nancy, talk to all three groups of miners. Going around asking questions, huh? Street smart. Stella wasn't kidding when she said these miners were dangerously close to Tabitha's office. You take in your surrounding, making note of any shadows you can melt into a first sign of any trouble. You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. Yes, I'm not. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh ho ho, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, have you seen him around? What's that young buck up to? Young? What do you think he's been up to? What's he's been up to? He's been following me. I think he's been doing a slasher movie, but in real life. I think he might have been murdered and someone's going around wearing his bloody clothes and pretending to be him. I've heard from some of the other folks in a camp that he had a nasty spat with an ex. I'm gonna say that. Disappeared not long after. Ha, you must mean the boss. Yes, I thought so. Far as I know, that never ended. Stella audibly gasps. Yeah, I figured he'd just run off to live at that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman mean showed the slightest bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. But I suppose this begs the question, did she run off, or did she jealous son of a bitch oust him? Are you talking about Perlane or Tabitha? I want to say Tabitha. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. Dang. I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. What do you think of Tabitha? The two men shift uncomfortably. Not the kindliest of women I've ever met. She runs the place alright. Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off lately. Keep going around saying that and see how long till you're one of them boys. I have a feeling Tabitha's fine and she's doing it to protect them. That's my guess. All I have to say is, a mine doing that well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason. I'm not sure any of us is going to have jobs in a few years. Tate, you're a damn fool. You're going to be next if you keep up that kind of talk. So be it, but a man needs to speak his mind sometimes. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? These guys have been the best so far, they just want to talk. Weird animal sightings. I saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you. Not always pretty. I'm gonna say leave this place, it's not safe. Leave this place. A darkness looms heavy in the air. Can't you feel it? I'm too old to be going anywhere else. Scarlet Hollow's where I live, and it'll be where I die, whether that's sooner or later. You know, maybe I'll cash in a few sick days, head up to see my cousins in Asheville, just in case. Yes, we're gonna save his life. People getting sick. I mean, some of the older miners, sure, but I wouldn't call them that unusual. Noises from the woods. All the time. Howling, screaming. All sorts of fiendish caterwauling. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be. Might not be. But I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell you. I saw what made that noise. Oh, I'm gonna say it's probably a ditchling. A portent of doom. A what now? Ditchlings. My grandma used to tell me stories about them. Claimed she saw one once, and that's why we always had such bad luck. I guess it's not just my mum. Knocking in the mines. You asking us if we've heard the Tommy knockers? Course we have. We're old-timers. All us who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommy knockers. What a nuisance. Always stealing my hammers. It's true. Had a pickaxe stolen too. And when you heard knocking come from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I've figured out what to do for my next video. Yeah, good one. You better not be thinking of going into those old mineshafts alone. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm going to wind up going down there with you, aren't I? That's all on that front. Sure. Okay, thanks for the help. My pleasure. If that Wayne keeps bothering you, just let us know and we'll whip him into shape. Vapo, I think we've got a problem. Oh? Tabitha? By the time Stella finishes her sentence, you've already ducked around a corner and out of sight. We're gonna see the bad side of Stella. Tabitha. Let her catch me. So I get to choose to meet back up with Stella and Kanika, or let Tabitha catch me? I think I kind of want to let her catch me, because I think she's not all that bad. Yeah, we have all the information. Like, we can pretty much pry it out of her now. Let's do that. On second thought, you decide it's best to let your cousin capture you sneaking around. The two of you have things to discuss, and she should know what you know. What the hell are you doing here? Oh crap, good luck. Sorry, Vapo. And that's our cue. Yeah, get out of here, fellas. Pardon us. I think I saved them from getting in trouble. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is that ridiculous thing doing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Oh my god, she's mad. Typical phone addictive silly dweller. Ugh. Gah. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look. I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? Now I can pry her. Yeah, so I think the best option is to bring up Wayne. So you were dating Sam Wayne. What happened to him? Ooh. Excuse me? I'm not dating anyone. I don't even know a Sam Wayne. Whoever's been telling you this is clearly trying to spread rumors to hurt my character. Who said that? I want names. You just give her all the names? What? You think I'm just gonna rat them out? Tabitha, he's been following me. Why? Tell me the truth, we can sort this out. I'm gonna say that one. He's been following me. How should I know? I don't know what these people told you, but I'm sure it's all bullshit. I don't involve myself with their lives. You think a bunch of miners and break are just going to be honest with a random stranger that wanders into their camp? You're more naive than I thought. I need to get back to my meeting. Just stay here till I come get you, and do not move a muscle. Oh, and if you don't want to be followed by some weirdo, just stay home. Tabitha's fine. She rushes off to a meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry, I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's the Oliver's daughter. What's her name? Rosalina or something? Rosaline? You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Is she feeding these things? Hey, I think we just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What's she doing here? Clearly she's doing a delinquency. She's probably fine. Kids will be kids, am I right? I'm going after her. We should call Oscar. What should we do? I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try and catch up with you. She is definitely feeding monsters. You rush over the hill and get your bearings to the sounds of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine. Mystical. Something about the mine feels wrong, as though its cold anger lies burning inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. This is the site of a mass grave. Holy jumpscare, Kanika. She didn't. Guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shore Mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an old abandoned coal mine. Mystical. Hey, remember all of those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. Have teens always been like this? I feel like I really missed out on my risk-taking years. I guess we should go after her, right? I'm gonna say the top one. Yeah, this place feels straight up cursed. I mean, like Kanika said, a lot of people died down there. There's a lot of spooky history to this place, for all we know. Maybe all that death left some kind of mark down there. Okay, just because a bunch of people died down there doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on. I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Rosalina best princess in a Mario Kingdom world. Even if it means I have to go underground. Oh, you sure, Nix? Vapo and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I hate the thought of other people getting trapped down there even more. Ooh, they're in the mines. Stella and Kanika disappeared into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Call her. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. Oh yeah, I want to call her. I want her to be involved. You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the shore mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. I think that this is good that we told her we're going in, because if something happens, she'll know where we are to come find us. I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. Oh, I will happily wait. I do not want to go in there. No need to get snarky, I'll wait. Lie. No need to get snarky, I'll wait. Yeah, I'm going to say the top one. I want to be honest. Courtesy call. Call Tabitha to tell her about the Rosalina, but don't wait for her. Yeah, not going to wait around for you. I swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call. Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. Now this is where it's going to get interesting, I think. The inside of the mine is warmer than you expected. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over. Your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Hey, you made it. Told you he would. For a second there, Kanika thought you were making a beeline for Tabby. I was checking behind us to make sure he was clear. Actually, I kinda did. I called her before coming in. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. The straight face. I actually kinda did. I called her before coming in. You didn't. I was hoping we'd be able to get Rosalina out of here without anyone calling the cops on her. Or us. Tabitha better not try to have us arrested for trespassing. I wouldn't worry about her calling the cops. I've snuck into the mines dozens of times and she's never called the cops on me. That's because you two have a weird thing. Pretty sure Tabitha actively hates me, and I believe me feeling is extremely mutual. Well, what matters is the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. Oh man. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or should I say, the minor miners. Kanika visibly shudders. It is not a laughing matter. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there was one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead children labourers while walking on their graves. Is that why those ditchlings are so tiny? Well, they're like medium sized because they were children? Oh my god. Children corpses. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage. Part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella. The things you do for your viewers. Do you find anything? Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's going to collapse and we're all gonna die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Little cuties. Stella turns her flashlight up towards the alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my god, there are bats down here. I'm going to get rabies, aren't I? I'm going to get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? Mystical. A hateful and broken presence stirs in the deep. It doesn't want you here. That was a warning. We have to move fast before something terrible happens here. That's gotta be a Tommyknocker, right? The mine's collapsing, isn't it? We should hurry and find Rosalina. Y'all are being babies. Those are totally normal cave sounds. Let's be mystical. We have to move fast before something terrible happens here. Well, you don't think it's Tommyknockers, do you? Okay, no. Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend more extra time poking around here, down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. Ooh. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. Came from this way, follow me. Follow Stella. It's our only choice. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. What'll it be? Ah, the kids are hanging out. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageway gives way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you doing in here? Woody girl. What are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Mystical. There's something terrible in this place that wants to be left alone. Get out of here before it leaves its mark on you. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've been in my entire life. We're here to make sure you don't hurt yourselves. Your dad's looking for you, Rosalina. Chill out, Kanika. They're just teens. Let them have their fun. Let's be mystical. They don't like that. Whoops. Tell your creepy friend to leave us alone, General Store Lady. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Oh, Rosalina looks sad. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is this the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Ah, because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh, no. I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be mining to the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays. Their mum's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cabin as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it. What would your dad think if he could see this stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine? Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, I'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Both of y'all should cool it. There's no reason we can't safely chill here together. Miles, don't try and twist this around on your sister. I'd love to help y'all sort this out, but can we maybe do it in not an abandoned coal mine? Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? We should just let the kids have their fun. If these kids want to make bad decisions, that's on them. If this is what y'all do for fun around here, maybe the ditch things were kind of inevitable. Let's just be street smart, I guess. Both of y'all should cool it. There's no reason we can't all safely chill here together. Pass me one of those canned margaritas. Ooh. Hell yeah, right on. The teen in the beanie passes you a canned margarita. I thought they'd tell us to piss off. Don't cramp our style, old man. You know, it's not actually even that dangerous down here. My dad's a foreman in the continuous mining facility, and he says that only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually really safe. We can hang out here whenever we want. I thought your dad was a charge hand.
No, Alexis. He got promoted last month.
Hey, Tabitha! Hey, Tabitha! Oh no, did I just ruin our chances of actually getting anywhere by having her here? Whoops. Dang it.
Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning.
What? Oh shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Kanika sighs.
It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use.
Oh, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. Oh my god. The team at the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling.
Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier?
Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us.
I'm sorry for Zane's behaviour. I don't think he realises how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things.
No offense, Rosalina.
None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature.
Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. Enough.
The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousins headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life. And I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still dangerous stuff now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole ditchling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell where they can hang out?
They just heard about the ditchlings.
I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It's entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad, so what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Yeah, Tabitha. Look, we just want to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell her about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks their house is haunted. Oh? Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to save face. What a coward.
Becca, I don't think you can say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something?
Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would have been cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. You're all children. None of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would have been pulling 12-hour shifts in the exact mine. If it weren't for the child labour laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case.
Wait, what did you say about child labour? I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. You're right, Oscar should treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. I want to say, how do you know there isn't a ghost?
Why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There are no such thing as ghosts. Oscar is just lying.
We're going to get the truth out of the kids, aren't we? The town is a cult and the kids can see through the bullcrap. Yo, what if we break in and ghost bust this place anyways, just to be sure?
Oh my god, Zach, you can't just ghost bust if there is no ghost.
Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house.
There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real, and if it isn't real, well, problem solved.
You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch.
Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing, there is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of my many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Oh! Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommyknockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here for the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby, you can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd the three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika. Maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off and I've been turning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes, and I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all these tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess, but no. They just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Oh, Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever, come on you two. I know a cool spot this way. Oh jeez, here we go. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I'm not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I like Tabitha. I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Vapo. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I can never fit in that tunnel anyways. They've crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Zane is cool too. Whatever. I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. I will happily escort these two knuckleheads out. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine. I won't waste my time arguing. Yes. The gang. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. We could just all leave? Do I have to come with you? Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. Tabitha, don't push Stella away like that. She hasn't done anything to deserve it. I'm not getting in the middle of this. There's no way around it. It isn't just those kids. Something is calling out to us from down below. I want to say, I'm not getting in the middle of this. Oh, I should have defended Stella, actually. There's nothing to get in the middle of. It's fine. I said Stella can tag along. Yeah, I thought so. We could say that. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. I don't want to be stuck in an abandoned mine playing cat and mouse all night. Look, I just want to put in my due diligence in case their parents try to sue me for their own negligence. If we catch up to them and they decide they want to continue to be a nuisance, then fine. They can just rot down here for all I care. Inspiring. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Their teenage bravado will probably just start to shrivel away in not too long, and we'll be there to help them safely and calmly find the nearest exit when that happens. Don't worry, it'll be fun and safe. I'm sure that's exactly what you told him last night, and we all know how that ended. Ooh, I want to say the mystical thing now. There's no way around it. It isn't just those kids. Something is calling out to us from down below. Noted. Oh, Tabitha got concerned by that. I really thought she would have been like, shut the hell up. Interesting. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. Ooh. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forwards. Ooh-wee. Venture deeper into the mine. We're exchanging glances now. We're on that glance exchange level now. Moving up. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Rebecca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was like really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. They like Tabitha. Based. Oh, you hear that, Tappy? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kinda cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTube doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. Trademark. And I make plenty from ads and donations. These kids are just hurtful. Explore. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Dang, Stella Meat Rice, that's a big deal. Let's say that. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kinda hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Aw, that's nice. Dang, Stella Meat Rice. That's a big deal. They're like on every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all those things she said tonight. Oh, yeah, I don't like her. Yeah, she's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. For a public figure, I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin. I'm gonna say she's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. You've seen how she's treated everyone tonight, except Tabitha. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who's let other people's opinions bother you. If you did, I wouldn't have to try so hard to keep you off my property. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. Oh man, I wish they were gossiping about me. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff is stung. Then we press on. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Raiselina, it's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow, there's no reason to get freaked out. Uh-oh, I saw it. Shut up, there's nothing down here, stop trying to scare me. I love loving all the stressful stuff's happening. I can take like 5 minutes to read all the dialogue options. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? What did they see? What if they're the ones doing the knocking? What if all of this is just a terrible prank? Tommy knockers. Those poor kids. And you coming down here was a bad idea. I can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when this is all said and done. Oh my god, there's so many options. Okay. What did they see? Tommy knockers. It's not Tommy knockers. They're probably just jumping at their own shadows. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they got out of our sight, their bravado would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deep in the mine, which is also bad, for obvious reasons. Those poor kids. I knew coming down here was a bad idea. I can't believe they're making us do this. We'll do that. They better get grounded when this is all said and done. As much as I appreciate the sentiment, I hope you're wrong. If they get grounded, it means people found out about this. I hate dealing with parents. Look on the bright side, Vapo. If they didn't come down here, we'd have missed out on a golden opportunity to get spooked. Tabitha glares at Stella. I'm on Stella's side. I defend Stella to the end of the earth, 100%. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet up here? We're getting closer. Let's give it. I'm going to just say the explore option. Yeah, it's going to meet up. Yes, I'm familiar with the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Yep. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. Mystical. The pit radiates rage with a white-hot anger. It hates you. But at the heart of it, you can sense something else, the quiet hum of a darker presence. The heart calls to you, desperate to be witnessed. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Ooh. Tabitha crawls up the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down into the pit. You walk to the ladder and climb down. I'm pretty sure this is the way back, come on. Pretty sure, I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca. Yep, they're close alright. Good thing they're so damn loud. Sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. What? And our companions step forward. There is something in the darkness before you think that's much louder, though you don't hear it. What? Oh my god, it's whispering in my ears, I hate this. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, a desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Oh, let's do it, I guess. Hey, are you alright, Vapo? Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Oh, interesting. Whoa. Standing man, you said we wouldn't use this shipment. Oh, you know it's compromised. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it. It's covered in like bugs or something. Oh no, the wood's gonna collapse. Okay. It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done. Vapo, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something and then you and Tabby just conked out. Tabby conked out too. I'm fine, You can barely open your eyes, you're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get both of you some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. I'm like, don't leave us here, what the heck? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Oh my god. Spirits, ghosts or something. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Rosalina, Becca, you're just getting us more lost, it's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you into the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her, you know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. Oh no, Rosalina's alone. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. Oh my god, that scared me. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Both of us were just shown the dark truth of this place. The sins that were committed, the deaths that followed. There's got to be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. The same thing? Are you literally gaslighting me? I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Yes, Rosalina's with us. I'm glad she's okay. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left. She's out of breath and it looks like she's been crying. I'm sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cabin shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up the ladder, both of you. Oh wait, Becca and Alexis are still down here. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do to help those girls right now is to not be buried alive ourselves. Oh my god. Take Rosalina and leave, or go after Becca and Alexis? I don't know. I mean, I think we should go after Becca and Alexis. I think it's not going to end the game. Let's try it. No man left behind. Go back to save Becca and Alexis. Okay, let's do this. Vapo, don't do this to me. Ugh, they're kids, Tabitha. Don't you do this to them. Screw you, Tabitha. No, don't screw Tabitha. They're kids, Tabitha. I'm not going to leave them down here. Are you serious? Thank you. They're back this way. Hurry. Rosalina runs back the way she came. Follow her. This is... I don't know if it's the right choice. You run after her. The mines shake with each new thunderous blow as bits of rock and dust fall off the ceiling and scatter onto the floor around you. Rosalina leads the way, and Tabitha isn't far behind you. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? I swear to God, Vapo, if we get stuck down here. Can you guys see these things? You what, kill me? Then you'd be stuck in here and alone. I'm glad you decided to come along. I'm surprised you didn't run off. Shut up, say nothing. Can you guys see these things? Like I said, there's probably a pocket of gas down here, so she can see him too. It's because we're part of the Scarlet family. We're coming, just stay where you are. Oh my God, there they are. Oh, Rosalina, you came back. I don't want to die down here. Then move. I'm not even like hesitating. Okay. You quickly push your way back towards the entrance, pieces of fallen rock littering the path around you. All of you start climbing. Oh, dude, if Tabitha dies because of this decision, oh, I hope not. Now, she's gonna go last, isn't she? Once the last tin is up, Tabitha grabs onto the ladder and starts climbing. Climb out of the pit. Okay, no, she didn't go last, that's good. You follow suit and start climbing. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who'd spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Why couldn't you have just listened to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God. Continue towards the entrance, let's go. You push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. We're so close. To your horror, you can see cracks forming on the walls of the tunnel. Come on, we've got to go faster. We're almost there, I can see the entrance. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Oh, geez, a leg. And then knocking fades around you and you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. What the fuck, what the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Becca, clearly she's not okay, idiot. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down into there in the first place. This is your fault. Shit, why? Why did this have to happen? Okay, the knocking stopped at least. All of you stay exactly where you are. I'm going to make some calls. But like, she would have been dead otherwise, right? Cough. This really hurts. Oh, I bet. Stella and Kanika popped their heads through the mine entrance. Tabitha just stormed out of there. Are you? Oh my God. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Stella's already called an ambulance. But that means cops are gonna come. They're gonna know I was drinking. They're gonna know we went there to drink, right? Yeah, it's your fault, bro. You literally caused this to happen. Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. Oh, stop complaining about yourself, mate. Rosalina has her leg trapped and you're just complaining about yourself, about what's gonna happen to you. In a panic, Becca runs for the entrance and pushes her way through. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. I should check in with Tabby, see if she needs help. We're gonna get you help. Everything's gonna be okay. Alright, I'll go down to the gate. Rosalina, I'm so sorry. I'll be back soon. We want to get you out of here and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Vapo and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Yes, we will. Am I gonna die? Rosalina, don't say things like that. Street smart. No way, I've seen people bounce back from worse. Mystical. Death is a natural part of life, Rosalina, but you're not dead yet. Do not be afraid by the slow march of death, Rosalina. Or in your case, the fast march. Of course you're not going to die. The ambulance will be here any minute. You're going to be okay. Just keep breathing. Probably sorry. Oh my God. We're all going to die eventually. I don't know, maybe. Remain silent. I'm going to say, no way. I've seen people bounce back from worse. Yeah. Thanks, Vapo. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular bursts. Oh, not good. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is all me and Becca's fault. Yeah, it is. We never should have gone down there. It's not all your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Vapo. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help. Yeah, you all would have died, I think. Alexis is right. You are very mature for your age. Don't say that. Anyone else would have done the same. I'm sorry, I couldn't do more. You should stop hanging out with Becca. She bullied both of you into doing things you didn't want to. Whatever happens tonight, you should remember it, Alexis. And that's why you shouldn't drink underage. I'm going to say whatever happens, you should remember it. I don't know if that's the right thing. What are you trying to do? Make this some sort of after-school special? He's probably right though. If I were just smart and brave like you, I wouldn't have let Becca drag me around down there. And you wouldn't have to go after us, and then you wouldn't be... You're the nicest person I know, Rosalina. This just isn't fair. Rosalina, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Yeah, still awake, just hurts like hell. Sorry, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come back with help, okay? Oh, please survive. Alexis grasps Rosalina's hand. Tears streak down both of their cheeks as you sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moments to pass before help arrives. Some of my men are on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. No, I don't think you're supposed to lift, like, rocks off of a crushed wound, right? Because that can just, like, kill you. I don't know what it is, but it can just, like, make your body shut down. They're over here, Earl. Older cop. Jesus, holy crap, you weren't kidding about the emergency. Oh, I can't give him an accent like that. Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll still be a fair bit for the ambulance. The nearest depot is over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half hour. You heard the man. You have a half hour to get her out of there. Move it. Rosalina, my sweetie, I'm here. Dad, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't have to be sorry, it's okay. We're all here. You can hang on, Rosalina, I know you can. Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out from the rubble just as the ambulance arrives. Sir, I'm afraid there's no space in the back. What do you mean, I can't ride with her? You're better off driving behind us. We're headed to Brevard, so it's quite a ways. Is she going to be okay? She's going to make it, right? Please, God. Yes, sir, I promise you. We're going to do everything we can to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good. Rosalina, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone. I love you, Dad. We saved Rosalina, we saved the kids. The paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men. You better be thankful. What the hell happened in there? Looks like the schemes of reality are fraying here. Nobody is safe. Oh my god. That's gonna sound like the biggest idiot. some of these mystical lines. It was Tommyknockers. It was something supernatural. I don't know. They brought down in the mine. It was just a horrible accident. Nobody could have known this would happen. Just teens being teens. We did our best to get them out of there. I'm gonna probably say that. What happened in there? A goddamn after-school special is what happened. That Becca girl is a terrible influence. Let's just say teens being teens. Yeah. No. This was no teenager's fault. It's a parent's job to make sure their kid don't deliberately put themselves into these situations. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing the thing that was driving her away, I just ignored it. This is my fault. Oscar. I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about our house being haunted, but I've seen things that I can't explain, and it's only gotten worse over time. She told us about it down in the mine. For what it's worth, I believe you. No comment, but after tonight, I don't know. Once we're back from the hospital, we can check it out for you. Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I've got to go. Mr. Gutierrez, is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her. Of course, Alexis. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face. He's alright. They're just kids. The two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Okay, now we have some options. Okay. I can't believe you left us down there. Do you think Rosalina's going to be okay? Ditchlings, your visions, the entities in the mines, what happens now? I'm going to say my vision. Oh my god, okay. Let's say the first option. There was a stone carving out in the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. The Scarlets caused the old collapse. Charles Shaw was set up. No way, dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? I don't believe in visions. Whatever you saw was probably just auto-suggestion. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Vapo and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had a seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. I won't say that. Mystical again. Something's telling me that this was only the beginning of our ditchling problem. Now that you mention it, Kanika's mum said that the numbers we saw in the woods were a big deal. Nobody even died here tonight, and I feel like we're left with even more questions than we had this morning. And we had a lot of questions this morning. But hey, maybe we just averted whatever disaster they were here to predict though. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. Right? The entities in the mines. I saw something down there like the shadows of the dead miners. I'm pretty sure Tabitha and I saw ghosts down there. Did you not see them? Everything that happened down there centering around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? I want to say... Pretty sure Tabitha and I saw some ghosts, yeah. They were right behind you, right before you left, and they followed us when we went after Becca and Alexis. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than the two of you in that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fixed the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Oh, Stella. Yeah, I want to say that. Everything that happened down there. Centered around that main chamber, where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt odd. Are you sure those weren't Tommyknockers? Might as well. Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well. I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mine collapses, I guess. Return. I can't believe you left us down there. I don't really want to say those things. What happens now? Kanika, Tabitha. What happens now? We go home. Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. I'll give him a voice. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss, in private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick. And don't you dare try and pull anything on him. He did nothing wrong here. Yeah, Tabitha. I love Tabitha. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. I'm Sheriff Hugby, and this is Deputy Derrickson, but you can call me Earl. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Hope this little accident hasn't colored your perception of the place. Lovely place to live if you ask me. Now, Sheriff Hugby, don't you think that it's might odd that these teens found themselves in an old abandoned mine on the very property Vapo's family happens to town? And don't you think it's even might bit older that Vapo happened to be in there with them at the time of the said collapse? I'd be lying if I said it wasn't peculiar, though I'm sure you're an upright citizen, Vapo, and I'm sure this is all an unfortunate coincidence. Still, good cops should ask themselves their questions. Okay, I'll get to your questions, but we also need to talk about the man that's been stalking me. Let's say that. Yeah. His name is Sam Wayne, and he used to work in the mines here. Seems like an awful lot of deflection to me. Wouldn't you say so, Earl? This is a nice town. People don't go around stalking strangers in these parts. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Do your jobs? No. Can you at least just take a description? Please, I'm in fear for my life. Yeah, take a description. Fine. Nice, scribble down. Derrickson scribbles down your descriptions of Wayne. You watch too many movies. Now, can you tell us what happened down there? This town is haunted. You're out of your depths here. Why are you asking me this? It was a mine collapse. We saw some teens sneak into abandoned mines, so we went after them. If it wasn't for me, they'd all be dead. I don't have to talk to you, I know my rights. Remain silent. Yeah, I'm gonna say that option. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course, of course. Of course, very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see. Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, there's nothing more you can tell us. I suppose we'll let you go about on your evening, but we may be in touch. Have a good one. Yes, sir. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The two officers wander back to the mine. Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe it. I left them in there to get help. It's not my fault. Neeks? Is it my fault, Neeks? Stella, no. You did your best. It's not your fault. Oh hey, guess the cops are done with you. What are they going to take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Always blame everything on drifters. Even acts of God, I guess. Excellent. You didn't get arrested. Now come on. Let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Vapo? Excuse me, Just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking towards her car, pulling you by your arm. So, see you tomorrow, guys. I'll text you when we're back. I can walk to the car on my own. Are you kidnapping me? Silently follow Tabitha. I'll text you when we're back. Nice. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. Alright, so, sorry about today. How are you holding up? I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. Poor Rosalina, poor Oscar. Don't appreciate being dragged off like that. Right in silence. We can get a lot of information here, I think. Okay. Let's ask about Stella. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time of my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. Okay. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. I'm just gonna drop it. Drop it. You drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. How are we holding up? Poorly, but I'd really rather we didn't get into it. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Yeah, me too. I've got to focus on the road, though. Driving straight? Come on. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or...? No. Now quit talking, I need to focus on the road. Poor Rosalina, poor Oscar. He should have kept tighter reins on that girl. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Perlane to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness has paid off. Ugh, why am I telling you this for? Finally, some information. Whoa, whoa, are we bonding? You can tell me stuff, I'd like to know more about you. I want to say, whoa, are we bonding? I want to say you can tell me stuff. And about Perlane, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. Oh, that's good. I don't really think the parents had a blame here, you're right. There are a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight, yeah. Yeah, exactly. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents, and clearly there are some parents who aren't ready. Take Oscar. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive out here, and he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. And look, where Dad got her. Even if she doesn't lose that leg, she's gonna carry what happened tonight for the rest of her life. It's not fair. Damn. Do you want to say that? Do you want kids? It seems like that struck a nerve. This is entirely out of line. What's wrong with you? Oscar's house is haunted, Tabitha. I don't think it's fair to pass judgment. Yeah, you're right, isn't fair. I want to say, do you want kids? Seems like that struck a nerve. Lots of people want kids. Oh. I guess I don't appreciate being dragged off like that. It's been a long day, Vapo. Are you really going to make a fuss about me bringing you back to the estate? Don't answer that question. I don't have the energy to get into it. Right in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sing back in silence. We're home. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with the undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about the kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have... No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. I'm very glad we called her. I think that was the right call. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. Is there going to be a monster in there? You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shore mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Oh, I forgot the text. Oh. Kanika sent a message to Stella. Y'all, these are those things, right? Uh-oh. Kanika sends a picture of the pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread bullying in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Oh. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh, it's just the cat. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. Oh, she's nice to us now, like she's actually touching us. Remember it would hiss at us earlier? The comfort of your presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into deep sleep. Oh! What's going on? Oops. Oh my god. What are we gonna see? Was it Tabitha crying in the first one? Oh. I love these, like, cinematics. It's so cool. I'll stop talking. The basement. I can't help myself. Ooh. Interesting. Something's behind the wall. Oh, we got some achievements. Finished episode 2 with Mystical as one of your trades. Tommy Knocker finished episode 2. I missed the third one. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed if you dare. Okay, that's episode 2. Let's end it there. Alright, so that was episode 2 of Scarlet Hollow. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I think I made very good decisions this episode. I have a good feeling. I think we've saved all the kids. We involved Tabitha, which could be a mistake, because, you know, she's still living in this mansion that's very suspect, and at the end of every episode there's a cinematic which is like showing us that the mansion's hiding stuff, so I don't know, but she seems alright. She's funny. Stella loves us. We had longing gazes with Stella. Kanika seems to respect us enough. The cat was on the bed. Oscar's cool. I think we're having a good run, guys. But yeah, I'm really sorry for the delay on this episode, by the way. Episode 3 will be quicker, hopefully, if I can get it out. It's just, they're longer videos, so they take a while for me to edit, cut down, get out all the pauses and crap that I do. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you all for episode 3.